Well, would you look at that? Looks like I dropped my tools. That was legitimately the only tools I have in my house, which is a bit mad, but hey, you know, quarantine life. You know, Sean, you can't just use quarantine for an excuse of everything. Listen, yeah, all right, let me, just leave me alone, man, all right, listen, all right. Man, I skip a day in like the 2 in recording and I forget how to do it. I genuinely forgotten how to do my stuff. We're gonna go with it, right? I mean, that's what I love. I don't like the whole monotonous crap. Let's just, ow, I hurt my hand. Let's just go with it, okay? Right, what are we playing? Tool Drop, didn't you get it? I mean, come on, the joke and the stuff. Today we're playing Tool Drop. It's definitely something I really wanted to check out since, of course, Twin Energy came about. This is something that is definitely playable on the ladder and maybe even viable if played right. So I've built a little list here and it can definitely do some stuff. I actually did post a post on my community tab on the channel. If you haven't seen it, just head to the community tab. It'll be there, where I beat an ADP with this, of course. And I asked you guys to guess the list. I don't think any single one of you got it. I think there was loads of different suggestions of what people thought it might have been. And I don't think one person guessed Tool Drop. And yeah, it's Tool Drop. And it's actually a really, really solid list to play. I've won so many games with this on the ladder so far against very solid decks. So hopefully we can pull some wins today. At least one. And yeah, so with that said, of course, it's Tool Drop time, baby. Are you looking for Pokemon codes? If so, please check out pdcgostore.com and use the code FTW for 5% off at checkout. What a deal. They always have sales, of course, which is great for when you're looking around and trying to snack some packs up to build that collection that you're looking for. If you do have the finances and you are able to do so, please do visit ptcgostore.com to grab yourself some codes. With that all said, though, of course, please do enjoy the video. So, of course, as I said, this is definitely something that is potentially viable. The damage output we can max damage output, I believe, is 300 damage. That's if I'm correct. So although you're not one-shotting big tag team free, big VMAX free prizes, you are knocking out tag team free prizes, unless you get like an ADP with a big charm. But when do you see that? Never. So yeah, I think you're calm. So in the ADP matchup, you're pretty solid. Dragapult definitely will be more of a struggle, but you've got to bear in mind as well that we are a single prize attacker. So that's a very, very, very solid thing in this deck, I think, as well, obviously. And as I said, ADP is the only case where you're not a single prize attacker, and we have the ability to one-shot it if we do have the perfect ideal setup. And even if that's not the case, two-shotting it is very, very simple. And of course, it's worth 3 prizes. So if you see an ADP down, take it out. See another one, take it out. You sorted, done. But of course, easier said than done, right? So with that said, of course, I want to see how this goes. And I'm super excited because I haven't played Tool Drop in ages, man. I haven't played it in so long. And it's incredibly fun to play. Evo Incense makes it work. Honedge can actually help you in some ways. If someone takes out a Honedge early on in the game, putting 3 damage counters down with its final hour ability can really put some things in range, of course. So it's really, really solid in that case. To give you an example, right? Let's say you're hitting 210, because it goes up in 30s incrementally. So if incrementally, is that the right word? I don't know. I use big words to sound smart just because I'm British. All right, listen, don't pay attention to that. I talk a lot of nonsense. All right, not so big brain here. Right, so they get the Blastoise. Yeah, anyway, main point is we can, of course, we're only hitting 210 and let's say up against Pikarom or something. No, because Picarom's resistant to metal, isn't it? Okay, scrap that. Up against a Mew 3. Okay, basically all I'm trying to say is if you're hitting 240, this extra 30 you can bring it to 270. If you do, you get the point, right? I'm not going to go and drill it home all day long. So yeah, this is a pretty solid start, actually. I'm pretty happy with that. Now I'm going to discard the triple because these Evo Incenses are really important. Obviously getting the Honedges out. And of course we have Twin Energy and we have Triple Acceleration and we even have Capture Energy in here. Just to add that extra, a little bit of pizzazz, a little bit of spice, you know what I mean? Tools are definitely looking a bit of a yikes. I'm not going to attach any energy, obviously. Don't want them taking a Honedge down and us losing a twin, so let's not do that. Of course, we've got the Dedenne in the deck to keep the speed going because you need to keep up with the format. Nowadays, 110%. And yeah, now, of course, I am playing the 4-4 Marnie, 4-4 Professor's lecture line. And I do think a couple Cynthias are good in there as well. So I've been messing around with like playing 2 Cynthias. So like my base standard now for building decks is like 2 Cynthias, 4-4 Marnie. So 4-4? 4-4 Marnie. No, 4 Marnie. 4 Marnie and 4 lectures. It seems to be very solid. It doesn't seem to brick very often. And of course, the Cynthia is great for shuffle drawing if you need to, if you've thrown a card at the bottom of your deck. Obviously, there's other ways of dealing with that. Any search will do that, but you know what I mean, right? So yeah, it's actually really solid and it's working out really well in this deck, especially for a deck that doesn't play things like Jirachi and stuff. So my kind of go-to is like double the Dedenne, 4 lectures, 4 Marnies, 2 Cynthias. That's usually where I'm going now when I'm not playing things like Jirachi and that. And it seems to be working out really well. The great thing is that we can play Cherish Ball in this deck to search for the Dedennes and Genesect, because Genesect is obviously going to be our bench sitters holding those tools for us. Okay, let's hope that we hit something here. Now, I do want to be a bit greedy in the Dedenne. I want to get like a big hit now, because if we fill up, I think if we fill everything up, we're hitting 240. So if we can get a bunch of tools out, we could be killing it. So why don't I greed it a bit? Okay, I'm going to be a bit greedy. Okay. I'm going to be... I heard a bang. Should be fine. I'm going to be greedy. Oh, I'm going to be super greedy. I wanted the Dedenne here, yeah? I want to discard something as well. I want to discard one of these Pokemon. Yeah, but they're all valuable. Yeah. Okay. We'll do Dedenne. I want a Marnie and hopefully hit Dedenne, but we'll do Dedenne now and then hopefully hit a Lecture. That's what I'm hoping. We just get a bunch of tools. That is really what I'm hoping here. Okay. Not the best, but we can still attack, which is good. Let's... Only 3, so we've prized one. We've got to be careful with that. And I'll throw this on this Genesect here. Marnie, come on. Keep her coming. Keep them coming. I really want to hit 210. I don't think that's happening, I'm afraid. That's fine. Now, U-turn board's really good in this deck. Of course, if it gets discarded, it goes back into your hand. So if they play something... Well, Tool Scrapper will definitely hurt this deck, as it would. But of course, you know, we've got so many tools in the deck, it really shouldn't hurt it too much. But yeah, if this thing's like, let's say, I usually attach it to my Doublades, because if they're KO'd, I can just throw it back into play. Now, it may be more ideal to throw a Metal Frying Pan down, but I like to leave them for the Genesects to have higher HP and not be weak to fire in a fire matchup. And let's be real, going from 90 to 120 in the current format, it's not really that relevant. So I like to throw U-turn boards into the active so we can keep cycling stuff into the game once KOs have been laid out. So I like doing that. It's a big yes for me. So let's do that. Let's add some tankiness here. And it's a shame because we're kind of bricking now, but we're still hitting big numbers. So that's fine. And if they KO us, it gives us room to find that other Dedenne, which is why I didn't discard it on this Dedenne, because I knew we may have to play it, which is fine. So yeah, this U-turn board, definitely mad for that, of course. So yeah, every tool in here has a purpose, obviously. We have a few air balloons, so if we're playing something like a Melodic or something like that, I know Galamine's seeing a bit of play here and there. So in case we come up against Galamine, we can easily double attach, which is weird. Double attach air balloon, bang, you've got a free retreat even with a Galamine, unless they have an Absol. Bear that in mind. Yeah, so that's also pretty cool in my opinion. So yeah, that's sweet. And on top of that, we have counter gain. As I said, we're playing capture energy to keep the bench going and keep finding these Honedges. Honedge? I don't know. I honestly have no clue. Okay, 1 tool and with... Oh! 1 tool away from a KO. 1 tool. Ah. Oh. Yikes. Oh, that's a shame. That's a yikes. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's painful. Oh, that's painful. Okay, listen. If they take me out, we can dig. We can dig for a boss's orders. We need a lot of cards, though, to get it working the way we want. We need a lot. Oh, they have to retreat unless they've bricked. If they've bricked, fantastic. Fan-blooded-tastic. Oh, yeah. Go on. Okay, yeah, heal. Do your thing. Just don't retreat. Alana? What? What deck is this? Oh, they've scooped. Of course they have. Of course. I think we set up pretty well there. So I'm hoping I can prove a point here by proving this is a good build. I'm going to go again, and we should get another decent setup. I've seen very, very decent setups with this list so far, so I'm really happy. Let's go for another one. Oh, yeah. Alrighty, this is looking like a Pika ROM, I assume so. Or if not, it's going to be the Raichu bell curve deck that does tend to come up sometimes on the ladder. Yeah, we want to go... See, I don't know. This is an Evolution deck, all right? With Evolution decks, would you rather go first or second? I'm still assuming second is the way to go. This hand... Ouch! Ooh. I don't like this hand at all. Oh, I don't like it. We have to research these away. Oh, okay, bolt-ons. That's good. That's a good thing. Wow. I'm gonna have to do it, aren't I? Okay. Why do I have to? I don't have to be so aggressive. I can pass. I'll pass. See, just pass. Let's hope they ain't got a KO. I doubt it. He says with confidence. Yeah. I doubt it. He's got a KO. I don't know. I doubt it though. I don't know. Am I showing any sort of doubt? I'm not doubting anything. I'm fine. Don't worry about me, man. I'm good, bro. Don't worry. It's calm. It's calm. It's all right. See, it's fine. Look, he's only gonna do like. It's fine. It's okay. Do they resist? Oh, he's actually doing electrify. Okay, sure thing. On a, whoa, you must be bricking, bro, because throwing that on a Coco is a bit of a mad one. See, this is why. This is why I wanted to pass, because at least we get an attack off this turn, and we can utilize the Doublade instead of just discarding it, which would have been very detrimental to everything. So, okay, I know I'm being aggressive with the benching here, but hear me out. Okay, hear me out. I just want to make sure that... Oh, I can't do another Genesect. Oh, I can. Oh, I can. Oh, but I can. I can Genesect Dedenne. It's taken the full bench, and I know I'm like that, okay? But we could be seeing a Pikarom hit. No, hang on. In this matchup, the highest number we're going to be hitting is... Oh, no, but if it's a Pikarom deck, which it very well may be, if it's not Bolton, if it's Pikarom, they do play Big Charm, and that brings 270. And I think we... Oh, no, we max out at 240, I believe, if we have only 2, and we have every tool down. So I think a third Genesect may be necessary. As wild as that sounds... It may be needed. So, yeah. Yeah. My confidence is very good. I'm very good with my confidence, actually. Okie dokie. Let's just do that. Let's spread the tools around, obviously, and make sure things are good. But yeah, I'm really glad to be playing U-turn board in this deck. It's just so solid. I mean, although you could be playing something else like a Vitality Band, right? Let's say. The extra 10 damage is on top of the 30 is great. So obviously you're doing 40, and that's for the tool attachment. But doing 30, 10 less damage, but on a card that can be reused, like you're about to see here, it can be reused and not just be lost to the deck. I think it allows you to play less tools in general as well, which I think is fantastic. And just really opens things up. So... yeah, it allows more consistent damage is what I'm trying to say, which I think is more important. So yeah. Okay, so let's throw that one here, because I'll throw this U-turn model in the active afterwards. We'll get Doublade out. There we go. Oh, look at that. That is a great turn to be playing that. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Alrighty. Oh yeah. Okay, we're going in. We're going in hard now. We're going in hot. Oh yeah, we're going in hot. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, they just scooped up. That's crazy. I want to get a full game in, but they just... I don't know. This deck's just wild, man. I do want to get a full game in, but I just don't have the time, I'm afraid. But I think you see what it does. And that turn we had there was mad. We're going to hit some mad numbers. But anyway, let's go to the list. Rightio, here it is, the list. Absolutely simplistic, yet elegant. No, we're not talking about elegant. We're absolutely smashing things to pieces with this stuff. So, yeah, I'm really happy with this list. It's really solid. Moves very, very nicely. I want to throw in a Ranguru in there because of the whole discard thing that we're really throwing around here. But I think we're fine. I think we're okay. It's a bit of a riskier way to play the deck, obviously, because you may be discarding cards that you might need later on in the game. So, yeah, of course, we have the Rod, but this is an Evolution line. And yeah, there's the Ditto as well. But, you know, I think it's okay. I think it's manageable. As you've seen, it's fine. It's not really that big a deal. But you will sometimes find turns almost like the one where we had it in the Bolton deck, where we, you know, would have discarded 2 of these things in order to draw. But if you play patiently, you should be fine. So I think it's okay. But yeah, that's one of the main risks I'd say with the deck. This card, awesome. I'm really happy to play this in the deck. Being able to reuse that is really good for consistency and damage. I think it's really cool. So yeah, definitely get those into play as well. So yeah, every tool in here has a purpose, and we don't have to be so tool heavy, he says, with a bunch of tools, but you know what I mean. We don't have to be so crazy with it. That it just kind of takes up the deck and slows it down and clunks it out. So yeah, I think this is very finely balanced. If there's any improvements you would suggest, of course, by all means, throw them my way. That would be awesome. But of course, with all that said, thank you guys so much for the support. I mean, it's been incredible, your support. I think that we gained about 100 subs in like a week, which is, I think that's the most I've ever done in that period of time. So you guys are absolutely killing it. Honestly, it means a lot. Thank you so much. And so many of you have actually told me about how much you're enjoying the content now. And that really means a lot because I'm enjoying making it as well. So yeah. Love all around, people. Love all around. Remember, I am streaming Saturday 9 p.m. and Wednesday 9 p.m. You can become a member if you want to unlock some cool emotes and get priority in playing me and me playing your deck. So if you want to get involved in that stuff, then yeah, definitely become a member. But with all that said, of course, leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and most importantly, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.